and welcome to the History Network News Channel. I'm Samantha Dupre, and our top story tonight is the continued recap of the presidential election. However, we have a rather interesting story tonight about a certain newspaper and their epic mistake. The Chicago Tribune, a known Republican Party supporter, jumped the gun on the election and produced the first few hundred copies of their November 3rd paper issue, stating that presidential candidate Thomas Dewey had won the election over Harry Truman. However, Truman, as we all know, is the winner of the election. Needless to say, this is a rather embarrassing mishap for the Chicago Tribune. The reporter, Arthur Sears Henning, had predicted the winning president 4 out of 5 times in the past 20 years. So that, combined with what he thought were accurate polls, resulted in his premature conclusion of the election. This is a good example of how biased news reporting can oftentimes cloud a reporter's judgment, seeing as how Arthur and the team down at the Chicago Tribune were rooting for Dewey. In actuality, Arthur's prediction was way off. Truman won the electoral vote by 300 to 189 majority over Dewey. Arthur Sears Henning believed Dewey would be president and the House of Representatives and Senate would gain Republican control. However, it was quite the opposite. The Democrats remain in control of the House and the Senate. Surely, we will all be able to laugh about this later. But for now, shame on you, Chicago Tribune. Hopefully you learned a lesson. Well, we have to take a commercial break, but when we get back, we'll be discussing the killer smog and just how much damage it did in the town of Donora, Pennsylvania, just days ago. Stay tuned!